Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to today's broadcast of the Cass Colonels 2013 baseball season. Today, the Colonels are at the Home Plate Baseball Classic that is being played down at Peachtree City, and the Colonels in their second game of the day will be taking on the Langston Hughes Panthers. And both of these teams are undefeated. The Colonels winning against Armurchie on Thursday night. And just earlier today against Sonoraville, they will now take on Langston Hughes, who won their only contest of the season as well. So a couple of unbeatens here in the early going, about to take the field in the Home Plate Classic. So we're looking forward to some baseball action, and we'll be back with some baseball right after this. Okay, welcome back to the Home Plate Baseball Complex in Peachtree City, Georgia, where the Cass Colonels are getting ready to take on the Langston Hughes Panthers in the 2013 Home Plate Classic. Colonels entering today's game with a 2-0 record, and Langston Hughes has won their only contest of the year. Brandon Etheridge will be taking the mound for the Colonels when they take the field. And for Langston Hughes, looks like Xavion Curry, a freshman, will be taking the hill for the Panthers. So we're about to have some baseball action for you here in just a moment. We're quickly trying to get lineups and get things settled over here. The Colonels lineup will look like this: Morton, Etheridge, and Ayers. To lead it off, Wilson, Russell, Yoslin, Brown, Gore, and Southern. And let's take a quick look at the defensive setting for Langston Hughes. We were able to get that set because we did have their lineup card. They go Max Hyde, Eugene Freeman, and Everhart across the outfield. Carroll, Bell, Marquez, and Wynn across the infield. Curry will be the pitcher, and the catcher is Boone. And we are underway as Chris Morton steps to the plate and will be in center field for this contest with Etheridge, who normally plays in center field, about to pitch. So the first pitch is the ball, and the second pitch is fouled off down the left side.
Ball one, strike one.
So Curry working quickly, and Morton fouls that one off. So the count runs to 1-2. Just underway from the home plate baseball complex in Peachtree City, Georgia. The Colonels will be the visitors, obviously, in this one. As they bat first, they were the home team earlier against Sonoraville, a game that just concluded, and the Colonels came away with their second win of the year. Curry misses high with that one, and the count is now even at 2-2. Just outside and a little low. So we have a full count now to the Colonels' leadoff hitter, sophomore center fielder, Chris Morton. And he fouls that one off. A fastball offered up and in, but Morton battled it off and hit it down toward the Colonels' dugout. Curveball throws Morton. And we have one out in the inning. We announce Etheridge as the center fielder, but as I mentioned earlier, he will be on the mound in this one. Sam Ayers is on deck. First pitch to Etheridge, misses for a ball. And that one is also low. Two-0 pitch from Curry is hit high in the air to left field. Left fielder chasing it back to the wall, and it's off the wall. Brandon Etheridge will try for third and will make it standing up. So a long fly ball triple off the left field wall as Brandon Etheridge becomes the first base runner of the game. That'll bring up shortstop Sam Ayers. First pitch is outside for a ball. Another ball high. Offer to Sam Ayers, misses low. And the count's at 3-0. .30 pitch is high, and Sam Ayers will make his way to first base with a walk. And that will bring up first baseman Chaz Wilson. So a first and third situation now for the Colonels with one out. And the senior first baseman steps in for the Colonels. And a fastball down the middle is drilled long and deep and out of here. Three-run homer for Chaz Wilson, who nailed that one. So a long and deep fly ball for Chaz Wilson, who hit it deep over the left field fence. And the Colonels have again put 3 runs on the board in the first inning. They did that against Sonoraville in the first game of today. So Chaz Wilson, in the 2 games combined, he had 3 singles and 2 RBI in the first game, and now a 3-run homer. So he's having a pretty good day at the home plate baseball complex. So Sam Russell, the catcher, steps in and takes a pitch wide for a ball. Okay, I stand corrected. We have 2 strikes. So an 0-2 pitch. Curry working very quickly, and that time a little too quickly. And now the home plate umpire will step out to speak to the coach of Langston Hughes. He's asking that Curry wait until he gets his mark from the umpire before he starts. And now here comes the 0-2 pitch. And it misses for a ball. So it's 1-2 to cast catcher Sam Russell, and he fouls that one off down the left side.
Ball 1, strike 2. One.
Curry's pitch is a fastball, grounded out to third. Long throw across the infield, and there's the second out of the inning.
Now back to Colonel. Number 12.
Alex Yoslin will step in. He's playing right field in this one. On a cold and damp day in late February at the home plate baseball complex in Peachtree City. Yoslin fooled a little bit on that pitch. Swings and misses, and now takes a strike. And the count is 0-2. And that one is just dribbled down the first baseline, foul. So the count will stay at 0-2. Cass with a quick 3-0 lead on a 3-run blast from first baseman Chaz Wilson. That pitch misses high for a ball. Yoslin steps back in, and that one missed inside. So the count has run to 2-2. Right fielder Alex Yoslin at the plate for the Colonels. 2 outs in the inning, no one on base. And he fouls that one off.
Ball 2, strike 2.
Curry with the 2-2 pitch, just missed outside. So the count has run full now. And we'll see a payoff pitch from Xavion Curry. And it's lined into right center field. That will roll. No, it'll be cut off. There'll be a play at second now as Yoslin slides in safely. So Yoslin with a line drive double into the right center field area. It was cut off by Freeman. I thought it might make it to the wall, but a lot of speed out there in the outfield for the Panthers as Freeman cut it off, but still was unable to keep Yoslin off second base. So Alex Yoslin with a 2-out double. And that brings Matt Brown, the third baseman, to the plate. Couple of fastballs miss away and down. And Brown has a 2-0 count. That one is fouled off Brown's leg at the plate. So our count goes to 2-1. That one missed high. So now with 2 outs in the inning, and Yoslin down at second, Matt Brown steps in for a 3-1 pitch that is fouled directly back off the screen, and the count goes full. So Matt Brown, hitting in the 7 spot in the order, sees a payoff pitch, and it is low for a ball. So now the Colonels, with a couple of base runners and 2 outs, will have senior left fielder Austin Gore step to the plate. We're at the home plate baseball complex, an entire facility of sports turf. And Yoslin just swiped third. So that first pitch was a strike. But on the pitch, Yoslin took third. And Michael Bale, a University of Georgia signee that plays shortstop for Langston Hughes, made a really good play to save a run there. So the count is now 0-2 to Gore, with runners on the corners. And Gore takes a curveball for strike 3. But the Colonels strike for 3 runs on 3 hits. It came on a 3-run homer by Chaz Wilson. We've now played 1 inning at the home plate baseball complex at the 2013 Home Plate Classic. And the Cass Colonels lead the Langston Hughes Panthers by a score of 3-0. We are back at the Home Plate Classic, where Brandon Etheridge will see his first action of the year on the mound for the Colonels. The junior normally roams center field, and he will be pitching here for the Colonels in this one. And the first batter of the contest for Langston Hughes will be Bale. I'm sorry, Matt Hyde. We'll have to make a switch here. So there's a 1-1 pitch to Hyde, who fouls it sharply down the left field line.
Ball 1, strike 2. One.
Etheridge's 1-2 pitch is fouled back off the screen. We're trying to get some lineup items set here, so please bear with us. Castellating at 3-0. We're just now moving to the bottom of the first. Langston Hughes, their first at bat, and the leadoff hitter Hyde swings and misses, and we quickly have one out. That will bring up Michael Bell, who, as we mentioned earlier, has signed with the University of Georgia. So a quality shortstop here, and he fouls it off over on the right side. We saw him make a fine play on that steal of third by Yoslin, where Bell got down all the way to the third baseline and backed it up to prevent a run from scoring on a throw from their catcher. Etheridge just missed down and in on the 0-2 pitch, and it goes to 1-2. And there is a line drive right over the bag at third. Gore chases it down in the corner, but Bale has a line drive double for Langston Hughes, first base runner of the game. So there's one out, and that brings up freshman pitcher Xavier Curry. And that first pitch gets away from Sam Russell, and Bell is able to move over to third. And there's a ball lifted into right field. It's being fielded by Yoslin. Bell tags at third. The throw is wide at home plate, and the Panthers are on the board on the sacrifice fly. So the Panthers get one of those runs back, and that brings Jordan Carroll to the plate with 2 outs. Brandon Etheridge on the mound for the Colonels. The junior also has played quarterback for the Colonels the last 2 football seasons. Missed with that one high. And the count has gone to 3-0. And there is ball 4. So the catcher, Randall Boone, will step to the plate. And Coach Kyle Clayton will go out and have a word with his junior pitcher. It's the Colonel's second game of the day here at the Home Plate Baseball Complex in Peachtree City. Cass defeated Sonoraville in their first game of the day to move to 2-0 on the season, taking on the Langston Hughes Panthers, who are unbeaten themselves. They won their initial contest of the year. So Panther catcher Randall Boone steps to the plate to face Brandon Etheridge. Carroll takes his lead down at first, and the first pitch is a swinging strike. Looks like Eugene Freeman is on deck. Throw over to first to hold the runner. Carroll slides back in safely. There's a fastball that misses low and away. Etheridge from the stretch. Curveball that time that missed outside. Carroll takes his lead as Etheridge comes set. And there's a fastball that is lined into left field for another hit. Gore gets it back into the infield. And the Panthers have runners at first and second with 2 outs. So threatening here a little bit. And now Coach Adam Williams of the Colonels steps out to check on his pitcher, Brandon Etheridge. And they were looking at Etheridge's hand. I'm not sure if there's a blister or a problem there. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. So we'll see what that's all about and come back with more from the Home Plate Classic. It looks like something happened with Etheridge's hand, and he's going to have to come out of the game. So we'll check on that, and we'll be back with more baseball here in just a moment. Okay, we're not real sure what happened with Brandon Etheridge's hand, but he is, we'll find out after the game, unfortunately, unless somebody sends words over here to us. But he had to come out of the game as a pitcher with an injury, and Chaz Wilson will move over from first base and take over on the mound. It looks like Etheridge will stay in the game and move to center field, and Chris Morton, who was in center field, will move over to right. So it looks like Etheridge had a seam on the baseball to do some damage to his finger, and there was some blood there, and he will come out of the game as pitcher for now. And Chaz Wilson will take over. So we're still in the bottom of the first. There are 2 outs in the inning. Colonels do lead it 3-1. There's no count on this batter. And we're now ready to resume play. Panthers with runners at first and second. The first pitch from Wilson bounces up there for a ball. Wilson working from the stretch. Comes set, looks in, checks on his runners, and throws a fastball strike. Freeman at the plate for the Panthers. That pitch misses low. Eugene Freeman, the center fielder. And it looks like Marquez is on deck. We're having to build these lineups as we go. Time is called. Freeman asked for time while Wilson was checking his runners. So here's the 2-1 pitch. A swing and a miss. So Wilson looks in and struck out Freeman for out number 3 on a called strike 3. So Langston Hughes picks up a run on 2 hits, and the Colonels lead it 3-1 after 1 inning. Okay, the Colonels leading it 3-1 as we head to the top of the second. And Hunter Southern will step to the plate for the Colonels to lead things off. First pitch sails over the head of Southern for ball number 1. Xavier Curry on the mound for Langston Hughes. Missed low with the ball. So the count goes to 2-0 to Hunter Southern. He hits a ground ball down toward third. It'll be a long throw. It bounces over there, but it is in time to retire the Colonel's second baseman.
Now batting for the Colonel, number 1, Chris Morton.
So the Colonel's top of the order will come to the plate now in right fielder Chris Morton. Morton started the game in center, but when Brandon Etheridge had to be removed from the mound, Etheridge returned to his center field position, and Morton just slid over to right field. Curry looks in and delivers a curveball that Morton missed. Good-looking freshman pitcher for the Panthers. With a little pop there that strikes out Morton. So 2 quick outs, and that will bring up Brandon Etheridge, who, as we mentioned, started the game on the mound, but had to come out of there when he had some bleeding on his throwing hand, and he is now manning center field. First pitch is a called strike on the outside edge. Curry delivers. A little tap out towards second. Marquez fields it through low to first, but Wynn digs it out. And that will retire the Colonels in their half of the second inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. 1, 2, 3, and the Colonels are retired in the second inning. We'll be back with the bottom half of the inning in just a moment.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We move to the bottom of the second inning. Cass leading Langston Hughes by a score of 3-1. Langston Hughes about to have their second opportunity at the plate. Chaz Wilson, who came into the game in relief of Brandon Etheridge, is on the mound for the Colonels. Throw down to second base from Sam Russell. Around the horn, they give it back to Wilson. And that will bring Marquez to the plate for the Panthers. Carl Marquez, a junior, playing second base today. First pitch is a fastball strike. That one missed up and in. And the count is now even at 1 apiece. Curveball from Wilson missed outside. And he looks in and winds and delivers. The ball is hit in the air. Brandon Etheridge is under it. And that is the first out. So Daniel Wynn will step to the plate, playing first base today. Tall young man. Wilson misses with a high curve. So Wynn has a 2-0 count as Wilson winds and delivers. And they say that he offered. So the count goes to 2-1. Looked like it might have caught the inside part of the plate regardless. There's another good pitch by Wilson right over the inside edge for strike number 2. And a little dribbler back to Wilson. He fields it, tosses over to Yoslin, and there's out number 2. Next up for the Panthers, Contavious Everhart, the right fielder, left-handed hitter. Wilson misses low. Again, in case you just joined us, Cass took a 3-0 lead in the top of the first on a 3-run homer by Chaz Wilson. And then Brandon Etheridge went out, yielded a run, had 2 outs, and then had some bleeding on his throwing hand and had to leave the game, at least leave the mound, and move out into center field. Chaz Wilson, who started at first base, came on with 2 outs. So a 2-1 pitch about to come up from Chaz Wilson. And Everhart offered, squared as if to bunt, offered at it, and it's a swing and a miss. And the count goes to 2-2. And there is strike number 3. So, Wilson works quickly through the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors for Langston Hughes in that half of the inning. We've now completed 2 innings of play, and Cass leads it by a score of 3-1. We'll be back with more baseball after this. Okay, back at the home plate baseball complex. Sam Ayers about to step in for the Colonels in the top of the third, with Cass leading it by a score of 3-1 over Langston Hughes. Cass Baseball being brought to you today by Pepsi, our sponsor for this year's broadcast. First pitch to Ayers is a ball up and away. Xavier Curry on the mound for Langston Hughes. He has shown some really good stuff, but he's fallen behind here 2-0. There's a fastball that is just dribbled out to the mound just to the left of Curry, and he easily makes the play to retire Sam Ayers. That will bring up the pitcher, Chaz Wilson. Curry's first pitch to Wilson is a curveball strike. Curry looks in and delivers. And that one started at Wilson's shoulder and then caught the inside corner. So it's 0-2 now to Wilson with 1 out in the inning. And he got him with a fastball up and away. So 2 outs now. And the catcher for Cass, Sam Russell, will step to the plate. We're in the top of the third. Cass leading it 3-1. Cass with their 3 runs in the first inning on a 3-run homer from Wilson. And Langston Hughes answered with a run in the bottom half of the inning. And then neither team scored in the second. We're now in the top of the third with 2 outs. Colonels, the visitors in this game, they were the home team in an earlier win today over Sonoraville. It is a cold and damp day here. Temperatures in the 50s, but it does not feel like pleasant 50s. There's a curveball that throws Russell for strike number 3. So on only 10 pitches, Xavier Curry makes quick work of the Colonels, and we're headed to the bottom of the third with Cass leading Langston Hughes 3-1. Special thanks to Pepsi, who is sponsoring our broadcast this season on Play on Sports and GHSA.TV. We are very pleased to be launching this project. We've only done a few games here already, and we think things are going fairly well, and we hope that you're enjoying these broadcasts of Cass baseball. But Pepsi is our sponsor for our anchor sponsor for the 2013 season. We also want to tell you very quickly how you can place your ad into these contests. All you have to do is give us a call at the school, and we'll be glad to put your ad into our broadcast. Okay, we're ready to start the bottom half of the third inning. And the first pitch from Chaz Wilson misses high for a ball. Count now to Hyde, the left fielder. There's a changeup for a strike. And we have catcher's interference on that play as Sam Russell's glove got in the way of the batter. So Hyde will make his way down to to first base rather, and the second hitter in the Panthers lineup is the UGA signee, Michael Bell.
Michael Bell for the Panthers.
Senior shortstop lined a hit over third base back in the first inning. Wilson sets, throws, misses inside, and the base runner takes off and takes second when Russell dropped the pitch. So Langston Hughes with a lot of team speed. And we are not sure what just went on right there. The home plate umpire is not sure what went on right there either.
Runner at second, ball one.
We think that base runner went back to first. though there was a foul ball. But then he made it back to second again when there was no one at the bag to take the throw from Wilson. So a runner at second, nobody out. Wilson's pitch is a fastball strike. So the 1-1 pitch to the future Bulldog is fouled back.
Ball 1, strike 2.
Chaz Wilson, who is signed with Union University, also red and black Bulldogs, facing a UGA Bulldog here. He missed low with a curve. And the count goes to 2-2. Colonel's leading it 3-1. We're in the bottom of the third. Wilson sets, throws back to second, and picked him off. So a nice little wheel play, daylight play, and Wilson turns and throws to Sam Ayers, and they pick off Hyde down at second base. So there's one out now and a 2-2 count to Michael Bell. Chaz Wilson looks in and fires, and Bell swung right through that fastball. And just like that, we have 2 outs. And that will bring up the freshman pitcher, Xavion Curry. First pitch from Wilson is fouled back over the screen. So they'll gather some baseballs. And now Wilson will re-toe the rubber. Senior's curveball got away from him and sailed all the way back to the screen. A very short backstop here at the home plate complex. But that pitch just got away from Wilson. It's 1-1. Curry steps back in. There's a fastball strike over the outside corner. And a curveball that was high, but Curry chased it, fooled him enough, and the swing and the miss will retire the Panthers in their half of the third inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and after the pickoff, none left. We did have a catcher interference in the inning, but after 3 complete innings of play now, the Colonels lead the Panthers by a score of 3-1. We do want to remind you that you can join these broadcasts by having your ad placed here for as little as $25 a month. You can give me a call at the school, 770-606-5845, or email me at the address shown there, and we would be glad to have you join us with part of these broadcasts for as little as $25 a month. Quite a deal, and it allows you to help support Cass baseball. Okay, we're ready for some more action here as Yoslin will step in for the Colonels. And he hits it sharply up the middle for a single. And just like that, the Colonels have a base runner. So that'll bring up Matt Brown, who's been manning third base in both of these games today. Yoslin taking his lead at first, and the throw over was close, but Yoslin slides in safely. Brown steps back in. Offers on a bunt. And Yoslin, who was moving on the sacrifice attempt, is picked off down at second on what will effectively be a caught stealing. But again, another nice play by Michael Bale down there to field a one-hop throw from his catcher Boone and tag out Yoslin. So that first pitch, Brown offered for a strike, and now he takes a strike, and it's 0-2. And a fastball on the outside corner is a called strike three. So very quickly here in the top of the fourth, the Colonels have 2 outs, and the left fielder, Austin Gore, comes to the plate. And he looks at a curveball strike. That pitch bounced up there. And that evens the count at 1-1. Xavion Curry's 1-1 pitch sails high. Cass with 3 runs in the top of the first. Langston Hughes answered with 1 run in the bottom of the first. And that's where we stand as we play with 2 outs in the top of the fourth. Pepsi bringing you Cass High Baseball on the Play On Sports Network. There's a fastball that missed just outside. And I have it at a full count. And now the scoreboard here at the home plate facility catches up. It's 3-2. There's ball 4. So Gore makes his way down to first, and that will bring up the 9-hitter, Hunter Southern, who is playing second base. Xavion Curry now at 65 pitches in this contest. He's yielded 4 hits and 4 walks. He has 6 strikeouts. First pitch is a ball. Gore taking a lead down at first. Curry comes set and throws a fastball that's lifted into the air into center field. And Freeman is there to make that play. So we've now played 3.5 innings. Colonels manage a hit in that inning and leave a runner stranded after the walk. And they lead it as we move to the bottom of the fourth by a score of 3-1.
one match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
Chaz Wilson taking a final warm-up toss. Long throw down to second by Sam Russell. And we're just about ready to start the bottom of the fourth. Jordan Carroll, a junior, playing third base today, steps in to face Chaz Wilson. Pitch is high for a ball. There's a slow grounder out toward third, and it's fielded by Brown, but he throws high at first, and I'm afraid that will probably be scored an infield hit. Would have been a bang-bang play, but a very slow dribbler down toward third. Brown fielded successfully, but then threw high down at first. Not sure he would have gotten him, even on a good throw. That brings Boone to the plate with a runner at first. Wilson comes set, and the pitch is right through there for a strike on the inside corner. Wilson working successfully inside against these Langston Hughes hitters. Catcher Boone at the plate is 1 for 1. That one's outside for a ball. Russell throws down to first, keeping Carroll close. And now Boone steps in to face a 1-1 pitch. Wilson throws over to first. No one out. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Runner goes, takes off, and that hit the jersey of Boone. The jersey just kind of blousy there for Boone, and it just nipped his jersey. So it's going to be a hit by pitch. And that will bring up senior Eugene Freeman, who's in center field for the Panthers. Courtesy runner down there at first appears to be number 19. That's Eric Black. So the blousiness of that jersey helps out the hitter there, as the fastball in the inside part of the plate nipped his jersey. Hitter squares and takes a ball. Wilson in a bit of a jam here. No one out. Cass leading it 3-1. We're in the bottom of the fourth. But the Panthers have runners at first and second and no one out, with Freeman, the center fielder, at the plate. There's a fastball strike at the knees. Cass won their first game here today over Sonoraville. Looking for a doubleheader sweep. That one bounced up there, gets away from Russell, and the runners are able to move up on the wild pitch. So now the tying runs have moved into scoring position with nobody out. As Wilson comes set and throws wide for a ball. That one also got away, but as we've mentioned several times today in both the earlier telecast and in this one, very, very little room here behind home plate. So difficult to score on anything that gets away at home plate from third. Wilson sets and delivers his 3-1 pitch. A swinging strike. So we'll see a 3-2 pitch now, a 3-2 offering. And it is a ball low. So now the bases are loaded with Marquez at the plate, and he takes a fastball strike. Three to one, Colonel's leading. We're in the bottom of the fourth, but trouble brewing here. Another fastball that's fouled away. Marquez is 0 for 1. Carroll leads off third, Black at second, Freeman at first, as Chaz Wilson comes set and sailed a curveball high. The 1-2. Just away. So the idea here is to minimize the damage. Try to get a ground ball or a fly ball out. As Langston Hughes threatens with nobody out here in the fourth. There's a foul ball that goes straight back against the chest protector of our home plate umpire. And the count remains 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. He struck him out. Nice curveball from Wilson for the first out. And we get a timeout as the hitter, Wynn, wants to talk to his third base coach. So they take that brief conference. And now with one out, Wynn will step to the plate, the first baseman for the Panthers. With the bases loaded. Fastball that is hit up the middle. Quickly flipped to Sam Ayers, who throws over to first. for the double play, and they get out of that bases loaded, no one out jam with a ground ball double play to end the inning. So Southern to Ayers to Yoslin, retires the side after the first out on the strikeout, and we've now played 4 innings with the Colonels continuing to lead it by a score of 3-1. Okay, 3-1 Colonels as we move quickly to the top of the 5th inning. First pitch to Morton was a ball. Second pitch also a ball. So it's 2-0. Colonels at the top of their order here in the top half of the 5th inning. And now the pitching coach or manager for Langston Hughes wants to speak with his freshman pitcher, Xavier Curry. He's been very good. He gave up a 3-run homer to Chaz Wilson in the first inning, but after that, he's been pretty good and has shown good stuff. Coach Williams of the Colonels talks it over with Chris Morton and the on-deck hitter, Brandon Etheridge, while that meeting wraps up. And with a 2-0 count, Morton will step back in here in the top of the 5th. That one's through there for a strike. Morton 0 for 2 in this one. But no longer. He drives that one over the third base bag and into the left field corner. And he is in at second with a stand-up double.
Now batting for the Colonels, number 6, Brandon Etheridge.
So Chris Morton gets things started for the Colonels here in the top of the 5th. They have a leadoff runner at second, with junior center fielder Brandon Etheridge stepping to the plate. Again, in case you joined us late, Etheridge started the game on the mound, retired 2 batters, and then had to leave the mound because he had some bleeding on his throwing hand, and he was relieved by Chaz Wilson in the bottom of the first inning with 2 outs. There's a curveball strike. And the count goes to 1-1. Curry sets and delivers, and it's a ground ball back through the middle into center field. Morton trying to score, and he will make it safely. So a ground ball single from Brandon Etheridge results in an RBI. Driving in Chris Morton.
Now batting for the Colonels, number 5, staying alive, Barry.
And the Colonels have taken a 4-1 lead, with senior shortstop Sam Ayers headed to the plate. He is a signee with Wallace State Junior College. So he will be continuing his baseball career next year at the college level. First pitch is a ball outside. Dylan Williams, who pitched in Thursday's game for the Colonels, is not with the team today. He is on a visit to Division I LSU. Throw over to first, keeping the runner close, and Sam Ayers steps back in. There goes Etheridge. He'll try to take second and does easily, as the throw from the catcher Boone sailed over to the second base side. So now Etheridge has moved into scoring position for shortstop Sam Ayers. Chaz Wilson is on deck. 2-0 pitch to Ayers is hit in the air, but foul over the first base dugout. Pepsi brings you Cass High Baseball on a cloudy, overcast, and cold Saturday from the Home Plate Baseball Complex in Peachtree City. There's a good curveball from Curry that is called a strike. And the Panther pitcher throws an outside fastball that Sam Ayers just kind of blocked over into right field. But then Ayers took a wide turn at first and got hung up and is tagged out on the play. So Ayers singles into right field, moving Etheridge over to third, but then Ayers is caught in a rundown and is out 9-6-3-6, I believe. We'll check on that later. But that brings up Chaz Wilson, who they intentionally walk.
Now batting number 9, Sam Russell.
Yes, sir. You can have a courtesy for your picture.
So after the intentional pass, Noah Sims will come in to run for the pitcher, Wilson. And Sam Russell will step to the plate for the Colonels with one out. We're in the top of the fifth. Cass leading Langston Hughes 4-1. Ground ball hit out towards second. And on a close play, Russell beats it out, and that scores a run for the Colonels, because otherwise the double play would have ended the inning.
Courtesy for the catcher, number 3.
So that ball is in play on a ground ball. The Panthers attempt to turn the double play, but aren't able to convert there. That drives in Etheridge. Sims is forced out at second, but Russell legged it out. And we have a runner down at first for the catcher, Russell. And I didn't pick up the number. It may be Black again. Yeah, that's Black. That pitch gets away, and Caleb Black moves down to second. So Yoslin at the plate, 2 outs in the inning. A 2-0 pitch on its way. A swing and a miss. Cass has taken a 5-1 lead on that close play down at first base. That one misses high. Yoslin steps back in with a runner in scoring position. A swing and a miss. Black's going to try to take third as the ball gets away slightly, and he will make it. So that ball hit the glove of the catcher, Boone, and got away a little bit. So on the pass ball, Caleb Black will move down to third. And Yoslin takes strike 3. But the Colonels strike for a pair of runs on 3 hits. They leave a man at third, and we've played 4.5 now, with Cass now leading Langston Hughes by a score of 5-1.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Okay, back at the home plate baseball complex, you can see that Chris Hill will come in and take over the pitching duties for the Colonels. Chaz Wilson, who was in there, will move over to first base. We'll try to check and see if there were any other defensive changes. I don't think so. It looks like Yoslin will be out of the game now, as Morton is out in right field. So I believe that is the arrangement that we have here. Everhart will step in to face Chris Hill as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Hill's first pitch, Everhart squared to bunt and offered and missed for strike 1. Squares again, this time fouled it straight back off the screen, and the count goes to 0-2. Cass with 5 runs on 7 hits. They've committed an error. Langston Hughes has 1 run on 3 hits. No errors. That pitch missed way outside from Hill. Everhart playing right field. Swings and misses. Strike 3. So the Colonel's sophomore reliever comes in and gets a strikeout to start the 5th inning. That brings up Hyde for Langston Hughes. Max Hyde 0 for 1 in the contest. And there's a fastball strike. Chris Hill misses low with that pitch, and the count goes to 2-1. Inside pitch there that he fouled off his own leg down the third base side, and he'll hobble away. So the coaching staff out to check on Hyde, the hitter, for just a moment. As he swung at that inside pitch, he actually hit it off his leg, his own leg. And the count will go to 2-2 when play resumes, as they continue to check on the Panther left fielder. He is quickly back to his feet, and he's ready to go. Just stung him a little, I guess. And now with a 2-2 count, he'll step back in there. Chris Hill comes set and misses inside. And we have a full count. Hill sets and delivers. And the ball is lofted over the first base dugout, foul. So we'll try that again. Chris Hill with the submarine delivery, and now has pitched in all three Colonel's games here at the beginning of the season. That one is also fouled over the first base side. Hyde steps back in and fouls another one, this time off his foot. We're at the home plate baseball complex in Peachtree City, Georgia, for the 2013 Home Plate Classic. Cass taking on the Langston Hughes Panthers. And that pitch missed outside for ball 4.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 5, Michael Bell.
So as we've mentioned earlier, that will bring up the number 2 hitter for the Panthers and their shortstop, who has signed early with the University of Georgia and has shown us why today. He has a line drive double over the third base bag and has made several nice plays in the field. Hyde takes his lead down at first. Hill sets and delivers low and inside for ball 2. Throw over to first. Trying to keep the runner close over there. Runner goes. Pitch is called a ball, and the Hyde successfully steals second base. So now Coach Adam Williams will intentionally pass Bell down to first. And now pitching coach Kyle Clayton will come out to talk to his sophomore hurler. It's 5-1. Colonel's leading the Panthers. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Cass won earlier today over Sonoraville to improve to 2-0 on the year. Langston Hughes has won their only game of the season. And we're in the bottom of the 5th on a very cold day. Temperature in the 50s, but it's been wet and rainy for several days. And it's just damp and cold out here. Hill sets and delivers. Both runners take off. The ball is bunted out in front. And it is fielded, and I think that ball hit the batter. So they are going to question. I don't know. So now there is a discussion between our home plate umpire and Coach Adam Williams. Coach Williams thinks that the bunted ball hit the batter when he was out of the box. If that's the case, that would be an out, and the base runners would have to return. So the ruling is going to be that it did not hit him, but the Colonels did convert on the out on the sacrifice. So we have a sacrifice bunt. And both runners move up. And that will bring the third baseman, Jordan Carroll, to the plate, with runners in scoring position now and 2 outs. First pitch from Hill just missed low. Pretty good spot. But down in the zone. That one is popped up. But with very, very little foul territory here, that will make it up into the stands. So the Panthers, who threatened last inning with the bases loaded and no one out and did not score off Chaz Wilson, now are threatening again with runners at second and third. That one is hit hard but foul past the third base coach. And now the count runs to 1-2. So Chris Hill looks in, comes set, and will deliver the 1-2 pitch. And that just missed. Very close, but called a ball. So we'll try again with a 2-2 pitch. And there it is for strike 3. So a nice job there by Chris Hill to pitch himself in and out of a little bit of trouble. With 2 runners in scoring position there and 2 outs, he gets out of the inning. So we've now played 5 complete, and the Colonels lead it by a score of 5-1. Charles Wilson and our camera person, Alec Verena, back at the Home Plate Baseball Complex for the 2013 Home Plate Classic. Cass leading Langston Hughes 5-1. Colonels with 5 runs on 7 hits. Langston Hughes with a run on 3 hits as the Colonels come to the plate here in the top of the 6th. Cass will send Brown, Gore, and Southern to the plate, barring any substitutions. And the first pitch from Xavion Curry is a called strike. That one misses high. Curry's now at 92 pitches in the contest. He's yielded 7 hits. He's walked 5 and struck out 7. There's a swing and a miss. So the count now goes to 1-2. That one just missed. The Cass third baseman steps back in, but swings and misses for strike 3. So now 1 out in the inning, and we're going to get a pinch hitter. This will be Noah Sims, who will hit for Gore. So Noah Sims will get his first at-bat of the 2013 campaign. And as soon as our umpire gets that recorded, Sims will step in there to face freshman Panther pitcher Xavion Curry. He's been pretty good. First pitch is a strike. But Curry is approaching the 100 pitch mark. There's a curveball strike. So very quickly, Sims is down 0-2. 1 out in the inning with the Colonels leading 5-1. There's a curveball right down the middle for called strike 3. So 2 outs, and that brings up second baseman Hunter Southern. Who is 0 for 2. First pitch is bounced down to third. Long throw across the diamond. Carroll's throw bounced over there and got away from Wynn. And Southern will reach on the throwing mistake. So that brings up the top of the order for Cass. Right fielder Chris Morton. Morton 1 for 3. As they throw over to keep Southern close. Brandon Etheridge is on deck. Next pitch is a ball, and on the steal attempt, the catcher throws it into center field. And Southern will make it all the way around to third, so give him credit for stealing second base, but then he moves to third on the error, the throw by the catcher. And the first pitch was a ball. So again, the Colonels have a runner over at third, but there are 2 outs in the inning. And leadoff hitter Chris Morton at the plate. That fastball missed high. Curry winds and delivers low for ball 3. And there's a fastball strike right down the middle. Cass with 3 runs in the first inning on a 3-run homer from Chaz Wilson. They scored 2 in the 5th. As we have that pitch fouled back by Morton. Langston Hughes scored their run in the bottom of the first. And they've threatened several times since, but have not been able to plate another run. There's a curveball hit right back to Curry, who throws over to first wildly, and a run will score. So a simple ground ball back to the pitcher results in an error and a Colonel run, and will bring Brandon Etheridge to the plate. Pitcher throws over to first to check on the runner, Morton. And we'll throw over again. There's a ground ball hit off the glove of the first baseman, and Etheridge will reach safely. So a couple of miscues by the Panthers have a little trouble brewing here for the Colonels. So both Morton and Etheridge have reached with 2 outs. And that brings up Sam Ayers with a chance to do some 2-out damage. He takes a curveball strike. So one of those 2 errors already resulted in a run. And now Ayers lifts it into the air into right field. And that one is caught by Eberhardt. And no more damage now for the Colonels. But the Colonels do pick up a run. There were 4 errors in the inning, as Cass takes advantage of those to take a 6-1 lead as we move to the bottom of the 6th. Okay, back at the home plate baseball complex. Chris Morton will take the mound now for the Colonels here in the bottom of the 6th inning, with the Colonels leading it by a score of 6-1. Last warm-up toss, and now Sam Russell throws down to second base, and we're just about ready to begin the bottom of the 6th inning. Randall Boone, a senior, catching today for the Panthers, steps in and takes the first pitch high And it deflected off the glove of Sam Russell high up on the screen. Very short backstop area here at the home plate complex. Morton just hit Boone in the left leg. So Boone is hit by a pitch, and we'll get a courtesy runner out there. It looks like number 19 again. That is Black. Eric Black, a junior. So now nobody out, and a runner at first for the Panthers, with Eugene Freeman stepping to the plate. Center fielder for Langston Hughes. First pitch curve from the sophomore left-hander is in there for a strike. And that is called a ball as the batter was able to hold up his swing. Morton sets and fires. We get a ground ball out toward third. Thrown over to second for one. On to first, but not in time. So Matt Brown throws over to second to Southern to get the first out. But as they turned it, they were unable to convert the double play. But we do record an out. And that brings Carl Marquez to the plate with Freeman down at first. First pitch missed inside for a ball. Chris Morton sets, now throws over to first, but the runner never hesitated and easily takes second base. After coming set, Morton threw to Chaz Wilson at first, but the runner, Freeman, easily slides into second base. No chance to get him there after the throw went behind him. Now Marquez squares and bunts it foul. Freeman was off and running again. Cast Baseball being brought to you today by Pepsi. We're at the Home Plate Baseball Complex in Peachtree City, Georgia, for the 2013 Home Plate Classic. Cast leading Langston Hughes 6-1. We're in the 6th inning. Again, they throw behind him, but too late. And both times they've thrown behind the runner. And both times Freeman has just legged it out. Coach Adam Williams out to question that call down at third. It was a close play. But Freeman ruled safe. And now with one out and a runner at third, Marquez steps back in there to face Cass's Chris Morton, who sails that fastball high. 2-1 the count. There's a fastball strike at the knees. Nice pitch over the inside part of the plate. And the left-hander looks and delivers. and gets a swing and a miss. So 2 are out now. And that brings up the first baseman, Daniel Wynn. Who looks at a first pitch strike. Cass, the visiting team in this contest, they were the home team in their earlier win over Sonoraville. That ball is lifted into the air towards center field, but Brandon Etheridge is there to easily make that play. And the fly ball will retire the side and bring the 6th inning to a close. Langston Hughes, no runs, no hits, no errors, but they do leave a man at third. We've now played 6 innings from the home plate baseball complex, and your Cass Colonels lead Langston Hughes by a score of 6-1.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Six to 1, the Colonels leading Langston Hughes as we move to the top of the 7th. Looks like Xavion Curry will take the hill once again here in the 7th inning, although he is at 108 pitches in the contest. Senior first baseman and pitcher in this game, Chaz Wilson, will come to the plate. He's 2 for 3, and he homered over the left field wall back in the first inning. And the first pitch is a ball outside. And Curry throws a nice curveball over the inside corner for strike number 1. That misses down low for a ball. As we mentioned earlier, Wilson has signed with Union University up in Jackson, Tennessee. He'll be a Bulldog next year. And he lines that one right past his head coach, Adam Williams. But foul, and the count goes to 2-2. The 2-2 offering was a nice pitch outside. Wilson got a piece of it, but right into the glove of Boone for strike number 3. So now we'll get a hitter for Russell. That'll be Colt Bunch. Quickly 2 strikes on Bunch. And there is strike number 3. That will bring up Alex Yoslin. Curry still has good stuff. Curveball strike to start Yoslin. But that one misses for a ball. And that one is a strike, called at the knees. So a 1-2 pitch now coming from Xavion Curry, and it's lined right to the shortstop, Michael Bell, for the third out in the top of the seventh. So the Colonels failed to score in their half of the seventh, and that will take us to the bottom of the inning with the Cass Colonels leading Langston Hughes Panthers by a score of 6-1.
Langston Hughes in the 9th slot, 13, replaces 6.
Okay, back at the home plate complex, we get a substitution there, 13 for 6. So that will be Wyatt in the game to take over the right field spot and the number 9 spot in the order. So John Wyatt will step in, left-handed hitter, to face left-handed pitcher Chris Morton. And with a new catcher, Colt Bunch, in the game for the Colonels, Morton wants to talk to his battery mate. So now we're set to go. As Wyatt steps back in and Morton winds and delivers for a strike. Curveball, slow one, and Wyatt swings through it. And just like that, Morton's ahead 0-2. We'll see what he does here. Another curveball that's grounded out to second base, fielded by Southern. And actually that's Black out there playing second base now. So let's give Caleb credit for the assist. And there's one out in the inning. And now a ball to Hyde. That one is fouled off at the screen. And now we're going to have another catcher's interference play where they say the bat hit the mitt of Colt Bunch. So that's twice that's happened today to 2 different Colonel catchers. So that brings up Michael Bell. And he takes a strike low at the knees. Curveball misses high and away. So Michael Bell, who is signed with the University of Georgia Bulldogs, lines one back up the middle for a single. Etheridge fields it cleanly and throws it back into Sam Ayers. The runner holds at second. And that gives Bell his second hit of the day. So Xavion Curry, who has been outstanding on the mound, well over 100 pitches on the day, steps in with one out in the inning and runners at first and second. Chaz Wilson steps in for a word with his sophomore pitcher. And now the southpaw sets and throws back to second. But Hyde was back in plenty of time. Runners are on the move, and the ball is fouled away at the plate. So Langston Hughes, using that good team speed, putting a little pressure on the Colonel's defense and on pitcher Chris Morton, who throws again back to Sam Ayers. A little high that time, but Ayers fielded it. And the runners take off again and will each make it easily on the play, really taking those bases off the pitcher. So runners now at second and third, and a 1-1 count. And that pitch missed low for a ball. Morton's pitch missed again, and the count goes to 3-1. An overcast, chilly day at the home plate baseball complex, an all sports turf complex. Colonel's leading it, but there's a long fly ball off the bat of Curry that is caught at the wall by Gore with an over-the-shoulder catch. And now they're going to check over at third to see if he left early, and they say he's safe. So a very nice play out there in left field by Gore. Really nice catch over his shoulder. It results in a sacrifice fly as Hyde scores, but Bell stays down at second. And we have two outs, and Morton gets ahead of Carroll with a first pitch strike. Score is now 6-2. Morton delivers, bounced it up there for a ball. 2-1 count. And now Chaz Wilson, the first baseman, will step in for another brief conversation with his sophomore pitcher. I'll remind him to go to the stretch. And he delivers way inside for ball 3. So Chris Morton toes the rubber, comes set, and delivers a ball low for ball 4. So the Panthers are not going quietly. Catcher Boone steps to the plate, and now manager Adam Williams, head coach of the Colonels, will come out to the mound to talk to Chris Morton. 6-2, the Colonels with 3 runs in the first on a 3-run homer by Wilson, 2 in the 5th, and a run in the 6th. Langston Hughes scored 1 run in the first inning and have scored 1 run so far this inning. There are 2 outs, and the Panthers have runners at first and second. Randall Boone, the catcher, at the plate. Curveball hit slowly down to third, fielded there by Brown. He steps on the bag, and that will end this contest. So Langston Hughes gets a run in the bottom of the 7th, but that will do it on that little dribbler down to third. And the Colonels will move to 3-0 on the season with this 6-2 victory. We're going to take a short timeout, and then we'll be back to try to wrap things up here in just a moment. Okay, back at the home plate baseball complex where the Cass Colonels have moved to 3-0 on the season with a 6-2 victory over the Langston Hughes Panthers. It looks like we'll have to double check it later, but it looks like Chaz Wilson, who came on in the first inning in relief of Brandon Etheridge, will pick up the pitching victory, and it will be Xavion Curry, who pitched well but will take the loss for Langston Hughes as they fall to 1-1 on the year. The Colonels will improve to 6-2. So we want to thank everyone for joining us. We want to thank Pepsi, our sponsor, for helping us bring these games to you, as the Cass Colonels have now moved to 3-0 on the season, the young season. They play again Tuesday at home against Woodland, who will be playing the 2 nightcap games here immediately following this Colonels victory. Woodland will be taking on a couple of teams here, I believe maybe Miller Grove and Whitewater. or their opponents are even Langston Hughes, I guess, it will be their first opponent, and then Whitewater in the nightcap of the evening. So we'll wish our county mates good luck in their 2 games. But the Cass Colonels, again, have improved to 6-2 on the season, or rather 3-0 on the season, with a 6-2 victory over the Langston Hughes Panthers. Again, one more time, we want to thank our sponsors, Pepsi, for bringing you these ball games over the Play On Network, and Charles Wilson for our camera person, Alec Barena, and our board assistant, Jessica Wilson, signing off from the Home Plate Baseball Complex in Peachtree City, Georgia, where, again, the Cass Colonels have won this one by a final score of 6-2. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on the Play On Sports and GHSA TV Network.